It's the first time we've encountered a storm of this nature on our small sailboat.
Oh my god!
And like us, you might be wondering, how did we get here? We have woken up at reef, isolated and away from land. Although spectacular, after a rough night with storms threatening around us, we have found ourselves eager to get out of the coral bombie minefield and head back towards civilization.
We always have a really good time at the reef, but then when it comes to leaving the reef, we're generally just dying to go, and it's a bit of a stressful expedition.
Cyclone season is on the horizon, and you might think we're crazy, but we're aiming to continue pushing north.
It is a part of our bigger plan, which we will tell you, but now's not the time. This is Slim.
3 knots on the face, skipper!
I'm Soph, the skipper. Oh, and we have a fluffy crew member too, Chili. We live aboard our 1989 Duncanson 34. She may be vintage, but her glory days are far from over. We're taking her around Australia, exploring our beautiful Aussie backyard. We put new videos out every Monday, so subscribe. Come along with us. When I said that we had a plan, we have no idea what it is.
Let's start off by telling you our original plan, which is to head 45 nautical miles to Gloucester Passage before then jumping to Magnetic Island off Townsville. But upon motoring into reception, it appears the northerly winds have set in. But for the next few days, the winds look light. Instead of heading west to the mainland, we are now considering pushing straight on overnight 130 nautical miles to Magnetic Island. However, if we choose this option, the wind is going to be on our nose and we want enough diesel to motor into it. But it's been almost a month since we refueled and we've done quite a bit of motoring around the islands and out to the reef. Without a fuel gauge on board, we empty out our cockpit locker to gain access to the tanks and dip a stick to see if we'll have enough fuel or not. In the rolly ocean, it's not the most accurate of measurements, but it's the best we've got.
What do we do?
Alright, so it's about... Oh, are we coming? No. One sec, I'll tell you what we're doing in a sec.
What did I do?
Sheets under the tender.
Oops! I swear I did both!
So what I was saying is, I'll tell you when we get the sail out. I'll tell you in a sec. Right, so I think when we last spoke was about 2 hours ago, and we've been deliberating plans. We're not sailing for like 30 hours today. We're just going to do the 9 hours we intended to do, but we've added about 3 hours into that because we were heading out to Magnetic Island. But now, at least we're on a good tack, and we might actually be able to do some sailing. But yeah, we were going to just motor and motor and motor, but we don't have the diesel to do it on this sailing vessel of ours. Yeah. Alright man, I'll chat to you soon.
Alright, we have some good wind now. We're hooning along, I think doing 5 to 6 knots. I think we're about like 8.8 nautical miles from the start of the passage. And yeah, we're starting to go between some smaller little islands, and we also have some storm clouds and stuff
developing over the land. So I think we're hoping we'll squeeze in just before they, I don't know, I think they're out to going out to sea, but they look quite big. With less than 5 miles to go, the clouds began creeping over us, bringing with them ever-increasing winds. Being so close to being tucked away between mountainous Gloucester Island and the Cape, we decided to drop the main now. A bit early, but we rather that than coming into the narrow passage out of control. We're not freaking out, are you freaking out? Who's freaking out? No, we're not freaking out. It would just be good to be in because we're so close before everything hits. So we're like trying to get in. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
You know what she means, man? No, I know what you mean. Yeah, definitely.
I can't believe we made it in the nick of time. Who was stressed? I told you not to stress.
Pasta night.
I need pasta,
Big
movies, chocolate, beer. Let's get into it.
Yeah. We just had a day of like 11 hours of sailing from a reef to like thunderstorms to here, and it's like now the day begins. We got chocolate. Maybe, I don't know if we have any cold beers. But we definitely have chocolate. Like 2 or 3 little bites.
Well, we got all worked up for not much at all. Maybe it was just getting us ready for what would hit us tomorrow night. The northerlies are still blowing, and we're trying to figure out a rough plan of attack as to where we can refill and when we can continue north. We poured into the tanks our reserve 20-litre jerry can, the last remaining drop. We also did some engine checks.
Fuel filters are looking schmick.
And topped it up with a fresh dose of oil.
It's 9 AM, I smell like diesel and engine oil. It's like Coco Chanel for Queenslanders, something like that.
The boat was now ready to keep pushing on.
We're gonna go feel the sand between our toes for the first time in 3 days. I know that doesn't sound that long, but like, when was the last time you did that? Maybe not sand, but ground. We've been on the boat for ages. We've been snorkeling and floating around the reef and doing all that, but we haven't been on land in a while, and then it just dawns on you and you're like, ah! There's land there, let's go touch it! Ah! Alright, anyway, we're gonna do that.
And boy does it feel good putting your feet on some solid ground and stretching your legs after a few days. We decided to have a rest day today, which worked out well as another system's on the horizon.
Well, I don't know. Man, it's really hard to make plans at the moment.
Can you bring it back to me?
take advantage of the fresh water.
How was it out there?
So good. I had a shower and
You had a shower?
yes, I quite enjoyed myself. It was pretty fun.
Now we're just in a rolly mess, aren't we?
Oh, the swell, it's like a full sea swell in here now. And it's just normally like a pancake in here. And it's like, yeah.
Yeah, some decent waves just came through.
Oh yeah, like because we got pinned the opposite way to what we were facing, because there's like 3 knots of tide current in here. And the wind managed to push us out of that and back the other way perfectly. So then
We'll beam onto it.
once the wind eased, then we came beam on, and all that swell smoked
beam
us.
onto it while it was
No,
coming. We were.
that's why we were so flat. We came around.
I just had a look at the Hamilton Island weather observation to see how much that gust was. Those gusts were, and according to their airport station, it was 46 knots that just came through. Unbeknown to us in this moment, a supercell is forming inland and will be greeting us shortly, making that 46 knots feel like a walk in the park.
About to show you this beautiful fish that we caught, and we were going to do a little cooking thing, but we've run out of gas. I immediately freak out about coffees.
Slim was worried about his morning coffee, but I was seriously upset about the beautiful fish we'd caught at the reef going to waste. I only just put it in the pan when the gas ran out. Desperate not to waste it, I attempted to make my first ceviche. Fish cooked in lime. Alright.
That's right. It's pretty good. It doesn't taste like fishy.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good. So luckily while I was cooking chicken burgers yesterday, I cooked all of them, so we have 2 left over, already cooked. Now, of course, now they're cold, but all good. The other thing is that bread is like extremely stale. So it would have been good to toast that, but obviously we can't do that either. So it's sort of like a stale, cold chicken burger.
And I managed to sneak pickled beetroot into the shopping list again.
Oh, so we got pickled beetroot.
Lucky
we know how much we love pickled beetroot.
Do you want pickled beetroot?
Yeah, I'll have some pickled beetroot.
Luckily, we haven't had real coffee today and it's freaking me out. But we could use Moccona and stir it, and you just put it outside in the sun and it's hot. No, we just had like cold Mocconas this morning. Real desperate, you can tell we love our coffee. Definitely stale. Normally we toast our stale bread.
It's definitely stale.
No, it doesn't taste stale.
The coast is bracing for a supercell storm with hail and destructive winds up to 70 millimetres of rain.
While we have been enjoying our fine cuisines, we were beginning to see severe weather warnings, and a massive system appeared on the radar, moving slowly towards us. We weren't feeling nervous by it, but we're now feeling a little bit nervous by it because the wind speed recorded at Mackay, which is just a little bit south of us, was how many knots? 67 knots of wind down there, and we're kind of really hoping that that's not going to be for us. We've
open here, like.
Well, I'm hoping that we're not going to get 67 knots of wind with this. Anyway, what can we do?
I mean, there's 2 buddy boats there.
What can we do? Just hold on.
Hold on.
Up until this point, we were actually thinking of leaving this afternoon to continue fulfilling our plan. But honestly, we're totally confused.
We haven't told you the plan, I know, but that's because we've been seriously rethinking the plan. Like, I've been full steam ahead on the plan, ordering all my textbooks and mail to the planned destination, but the planned destination is becoming very difficult at the moment. We've been hammered down here in northerlies, trying to hide from thunderstorms, and we got a week and a half till uni holidays are over, so maybe we'll make a new plan. So I'm not going to tell you about any of our plans until we finalise the plan again. The plan, who knows? I don't at this stage either, so you're not that in the dark really, because I don't even know the plan anymore. Just know that I got a whole bunch of mail sitting in a mysterious location and that might not be the plan anymore.
It's getting pretty dark over there. Holy shit, I haven't seen sky that dark, oh my god, for a really long time. That is grey cloud. What the hell, you can't even see that island anymore. So we put out all the chain we had and there was nothing we could do but wait. I'm kind of nervous, we're on anchor. This is our first thing like that on anchor, so thank we're not out there. Holy shit, we were gonna leave this afternoon.
Oh, that's it.
We were gonna leave this afternoon.
It's overnight.
Oh my god.
So the different thing about this lightning too, which is freaky, this might just be me being weird, but back home, I swear it sort of spreads across the sky. These ones are doing all these like straight downwards movements, which
that happens everywhere, man.
I'm not a fan of it. I like the ones that go across the sky.
Go downwards.
Yeah, but sometimes they fan out more. These ones are like Odin bolts.
I think we're just gonna get this bit and hopefully...
Oh, hopefully that just right off to sea. If that moves out to sea, look at this, and then look how nice that is.
Here we go.
I'm lucky you stripped that rod off, that would have gone flying.
So same thing as yesterday, we've got tide against wind here. So we're sort of beam onto it at the moment because we've got the tide pushing us one way and the wind pushing us the other way. Ah, I wish we had a wind.
Oh, it's on a full rotation. The wind's won.
Oh, hell.
That's proper.
That's a good one. We're not going anywhere, are we?
This is so hectic, eh? It's hailing now. It was a pond in here like 5 minutes ago and now there's like full mal surfable waves in here.
We really wish we had wind instruments in times like these, but neighbouring boats said they recorded some of the gusts at 70 knots.
Two tangled aircraft, like toy aeroplanes, picked up and dumped by 120 km/h winds.
Nakama completely stood her ground, and we didn't budge a bit. Completely relentless. It felt like it went on for hours. Oh my god, it's still not over yet. Ah. As the wind seemed to ease, the lightning swooped in to fill its place. But then we had this crazy gust come through.
Chili, say, good on your knackers.
We've never felt anything like the strength of this one. And it managed to do the last thing we thought would happen.
What the
That was 70 knots easily.
Oh my.
Yeah, that gust was so strong, it picked the dinghy up out of the water and landed on the deck.
Oh, it broke out.
Oh, okay, that was like a massive gust and we just hear this big bang.
Man, how did it get airborne? It was launched above the Dodger.
Oh my god!
What? Dude, for a second I thought, because it was blacked out everything, I was like, the f***ing solar panels, you know?
I thought it was the solar panels.
And then I was
too.
like, here we go, we're gonna have live wires in an electrical storm.
Oh my god.
Man, the solar panels has been something that's been on my mind, and I'm like, oh, so when that happened, I was like, oh no. But dinghy, that's alright, staunching, fixable.
An eventful afternoon filled with adrenaline, to say the least.
Oh my god.
And we were left with a pretty magnificent lightning show.
That's an easy fix though, like anything worse than that.
That disco over us.
Yeah.
That's
what we were eating.
No. That is brutal.
It's just like non-stop backing off out there.
Can we have a beer now?
Yes.
And watch this lightning storm?
Yes. I'll fetch them.
Thank you. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Join us next week as we find somewhere to get gas. We were not prepared for it to be this rough out here. Refuel the boat.
130 squid a night. He's got to be having a laugh then, doesn't he, isn't it?
And we finally work out what our plan is.
If you want to see how our plan pans out, make sure to subscribe. And if you're really enjoying the videos and you want to help us out, there's a link to our Patreon below. Anyway, we'll see you next week.